Hey, good afternoon, YouTube. So it is a beautiful sunny day, and I wanted to talk about the Gaza Strip, and I wanted to talk about the fact that there's never been a Palestinian people ever. I mean, there's go back in antiquity and show me where there was a group of people called Palestinians. I think there was like one reference of the Romans had said something, but it was more of a slap in the face to Jews, and it wasn't referring to a people. But again, go back in antiquity and show me one city 3,000 years ago that was inhabited by, quote, Palestinians, or show me a portion of Israel that was called Palestine. You won't find any. You can't show me a coin that was that had Palestinian or Palestine or any king of Palestine or Palestinia. I mean, there's no such thing. You know, if you remember Yasser Arafat, they invented the term Palestinian, and I can find I'll try to find a video and link it, and but there's never been a Palestinian people ever, and so I'll try to find that link it, and then you can see it for yourself, or just Google it. I mean, just Google Palestinian coin or Palestinian coinage. You're not going to find it. We can find Jewish artifacts in the Bible, listed in the Bible, and we could actually find the cities, and we can find artifacts. That list Jewish kings and cities and artifacts. So why can't you find the same thing for so-called Palestinians or Palestine? Because there is no such thing. And the other interesting thing is, carving out that small lot of land that really belongs to the Jewish nation. It doesn't belong to these Arabs, and that's what they are. Is they're Arabs. They are. That's a nice looking Chevy. Oh no, that's a Ford. Holy smokes, that's a sweet looking Ford. Just never seen one like that one before. Oh, that's an EV Ford. That's why. That's an electric Ford. Lightning. It's the first time seeing a Lightning Ford. Don't know if I like it. I mean, the looks on it look pretty sharp. I certainly would not own one. I would have a Tesla before I had before I own an electric truck for sure. Anyway, so yeah, I talked about that yesterday and was going to mention the fact that there's never been such a country, and you can't find one. So I mean, do your due diligence and prove me wrong. Show me where. Later on, I'll attach a link to this video with Yasser Arafat, if it's still out there, and him and his homies, talking about creating this fictitious group of people. So they don't have any rights to the land. I mean, they just don't. They never have. And the land belongs to Israel, and it always has. And if you look at most of the Middle East, Turkey and Iraq and Lebanon, those were predominantly Christian countries, believe it or not. Man, you go back and even look at Iran. Christianity was big in the Middle East, not like it is today. The Arabs, Muslim Arabs, have destroyed so much of Christian heritage in that land, in those countries. And they do that on purpose, so that, over generations they're forgotten. Well, they're not, and Muslims would go in there and they would burn libraries and they'd burn books and destroy and eradicate, things that belong to Jesus and the Christian faith, because they wanted to wipe out the people and wipe out that religion, and it didn't work. It hasn't worked. It's never going to work. And so I just wanted to touch on that today, how important it is to understand the region. And now there's some great YouTube videos out there that talk about the origins of the Christian religion and Judaism and the land and the spread of Islam, the founding of Islam. Muhammad was ignorant. He couldn't read nor write. And and the reason why they don't, you can't display an image of him is because he's never existed. I mean, he's never existed, and he didn't ascend on the Dome of the Rock. The guy never existed. If the Dome of the Rock was so holy, why did they all bow and pray to Mecca? If Muhammad ascended on a horse from the Dome of the Rock, because it never happened. And there's so much of the Islamic faith that has been plagiarized from Christianity and Judaism. It's unbelievable. And show me a religion that condones the belittling and beheading and the rape of human beings, the enslavement and rape of women. It just that no God, no Christian God, no true God, no true Creator would allow people to enslave, rape, torture. Would permit that. It's not in the Bible. And again, my whole point of this video is that there has never been a country called Palestine ever, and for these Arabs to claim the land as theirs is wrong. And the battling that's continuing to go on, the murder that continues to go on, is proof that these people don't want a two-state solution. They want to kill every Jew, in that area, or in the world for that matter, if they could. And it's just a demonic religion. It's a demonic faith. And those people bring their children up to hate other children, to murder other children, to kill other children. And what religion does that? I mean, there isn't one. Catholics are pretty twisted, if you ask me. I've been down that road, and there's so many cults out there. Catholics are one, Seventh Adventists are one, Jehovah's Witness is another one. I mean, it's just like, I don't belong to any religion, and I'm what you call non-denominational. And I believe what the Bible says. And all these other ones have their own version of a Bible. And they've added to and taken from to suit their own perverted ways. I mean, you go to some Catholic churches, they have dead people buried in the floor of the church, underneath the altar, where they hold communion and rest communion, and it's just it's bizarre. They pray to Mary. The Bible's clear about who you pray to, and Mary's not one of them. But the Catholic Bible is different, And again, it doesn't mention the Dead Sea Scrolls don't mention Mary as a lady that we should be worshiping. are praying to, because she didn't pay the price for our sin. Jesus did. And but there's so much in that region, in the Middle East, that screams religion and screams Christianity and screams Jesus Christ, and there's just so much there. It just boggles the imagination. It truly does. The best-selling book in the world is the Bible. No other book has surpassed the Bible. And you have millions or billions of Catholics, whatever it is. I don't know. I don't count. And in Muslims, it's just you're never going to change these people. People will kill you over money, religion. So there, for people to think that there'll be this utopia on this planet where there'll be harmony and peace and everybody gets along, nope. I'm here to tell you, it's never happened. It never will happen. And that's since the beginning of time. Cain and Abel, two brothers worshiping the same God. One jealous over the other one, decides to kill him in the field with a rock. You honestly think that human beings are capable of true peace? No, not at all. The heart is wicked. And we're born sinners. Born sinners. It's in the Bible, read it. Our best deeds are but filthy rags. It's in the Bible, read it. And God tells us to study the Bible so that we're not led astray. And again, the whole purpose of this video is talk about the quote, fake Palestinians in Palestine and Gaza, and who owns the land. It wasn't gifted to them. And it was gifted to the Jews. It's in the Bible. It's in the Dead Sea Scrolls. And I agree with Trump. Gaza should be shut down, handed over to Israel, and the Arabs, the Muslims, should either go to Egypt or Jordan or some other Muslim country, because they don't belong there. And we could prove it. It's been proven. And it's beyond me. I think the Jews right now should take the Temple Mount and force every non-conforming Arab out of Israel. If you're not willing to accept the Jews as the rightful owners of Israel and Jerusalem, then you don't belong there. And Iran has funded this, and other Arab countries have funded this hate, along with European nations. Where does Hamas get their money from? Think about that for a second. Where does Hamas get their money from? What do they? And why do their top leaders all live outside of Gaza? Why is that? Well, they're dead now. Most of them are dead. And so you got to ask yourself, if that's their home, they're taking charge, why are these leaders gone? And then they use women and children, their own women and children, as shields. They hide their missiles and stuff in hospitals and schools, with little children. And, because they don't have a moral code. They'll kill women. There was 2 babies that were beaten, choked to death, that they took captive. When Hamas invaded Israel, and they turned their bodies over, beaten and bruised, because they beat those poor babies, and they raped women. It's just, they should all be wiped out. And even the women preach that. I've seen Palestinian women, condone the rape of other women, the enslavement of other women. And they don't mind if their husbands are doing the killing and the raping. You know, that's what I don't understand, is what religion does that. Not a good one, folks. So I don't know. I don't know if YouTube will permit my video or not. I mean, I'm certainly not earning any money off my YouTube videos. I barely get any views. But what I'm saying is true about Israel and these fake Palestinian people. They're nothing but Muslims or Arabs. They don't belong in that land. It's always belonged to Israel. There are some Muslims that are Arabs that have lived there, and they've gotten along with Jews as their neighbors. But those are very few and far between. And I could live, next to an Arab, as long as they weren't trying to forcefully convert and do that sort of stuff and murder people because that's what their religion tells them to do. I mean, it's disgusting to me. I'm going to kill your whole family because we want your land. So we can't live together? No. So there'll never be peace and harmony between those people. And Israel's surrounded by people that want to kill them. The king of Jordan, I mean, he calls himself a king of what? If it weren't for the United States, he wouldn't have a country. Most of them wouldn't be a country. Canada wouldn't be a country. Mexico wouldn't be a country. There's so many countries that are so dependent. Egypt, without the billions of dollars that Egypt gets from the United States, Egypt wouldn't be squat. They have nothing other than the pyramids and the fake narrative that they espouse, about the Egyptians building the pyramids. Well, I'm here to tell you, they didn't build the pyramids. Civilizations don't regress. They don't go backwards. So, and they didn't build them in 20 years. Yeah, I mean, what a joke. Yeah, but you got to be a complete moron to believe that the pyramids were built in 20 years. King Khufu, he built his pyramid in 20 years. There are 3 big ones there. It just didn't happen. It's impossible. It's physically impossible. But people believe it. They're so dumb and gullible. They just believe it. That you cut stone with copper and bronze when it's just like, I'm in the construction industry. Can't do it. Can't be done. And sticks and ropes and logs and, wetting down sand and floating 70-ton blocks of granite, on these poorly constructed boats. I mean, it's like, give me a break. How do you get it on there without tipping the boat over? I mean, it's just nonsense, silly nonsense. But again, it's just like this whole narrative of the Palestinians. If you believe that, Egypt was built by, or the pyramids were built by Egyptians, then obviously you'll believe that there used to be a people called Palestinian. It's just crazy to me. It's like believing in aliens and spaceships. Beings from other galaxies traveling here and kidnapping people. I mean, give me a break. It's like Bigfoot. Believing in Bigfoot, for crying out loud. I mean, it's just nonsense. And the people that believe that just kill me. But anyway, so I'm getting off topic here. So, I'll include some links in the description of the fake Palestinians and how that came to be, and even they'll admit. There's videos of them admitting that it's bullshit. Pardon my language. It's nonsense, and I use curse words, to emphasize, to give to show just I'm angry, and how nonsensical this all is, and people being killed for that, murdered for that belief, little children, moms, little babies blown up, stabbed to death, over what a group of people think belongs to them. I don't know. I look forward to the day when God comes and ends all this nonsense, and all those people will stand there with their mouths open and go, well, I guess I was wrong. Yeah, too late for you. You're not going upstairs, that's for sure. But anyway, so that's 20 minutes on a non-existent culture, non-existent people. So anyway, I'll include links in the description, and thanks for listening and to me rant. And again, this is my opinion, and because I've got an opinion about everything. So that's my opinion, and like I said, I'll include links in the description, and you look them up, and you decide for yourself, and leave a comment. Please like and subscribe. If you hate my guts, let me know. I mean, share my channel. Maybe others will find it entertaining or find it offensive. I don't know. I don't care either way. I like to express myself or share my opinion. So that's what I'm doing. And so I look forward to hearing from you. And so drop me a note, drop me a line, and I'll see you on the next video.